the very first card that you get is from Rhiannon, talking about being a sorceress. They're saying you are a very magical person and you can manifest your clear intentions into reality. The whole time I was shuffling your cards, they kept saying that, because you can. You can because you can. Like, what do you want? You can create it. Go for it because you can. You're very, very powerful at this point. From life experiences, from the ascension, raising your intuitive abilities, your sensitivities are increasing. And so they're saying at this point, you guys have a really strong reading. You can create whatever you want. Your clairvoyance has increased. If it hasn't, it will continue to increase. It has. The thing is about clairvoyance, it's like a, you sort of want to practice it and notice it, pay attention to it. It has increased for you. So you have a higher ability to be more clairvoyant. Also, we get the white Tara is saying sensitivity. A lot of your sensitivities are increasing. It's kind of happening for everybody on the planet. You guys are no different and very powerful Aries. You can create whatever you want. Your sensitivities have been increasing. Your clairvoyance is increasing. You have access to these things now. And so they're saying, you can manifest whatever you want. So they're inviting you to do a life review for the very beginning. Actually, this reading is for the first half of the year, but they're asking you to, like right here in the beginning, reassess what you're wanting now. Remember, this says that you can manifest with clear intentions. The key words being clear intentions. So what do you intend? They're saying because you're not the same person that you were. They kept saying that over and over. You're not the same person that you were. So they're inviting you in January specifically. They're saying January. Just kind of take some time to go into meditation and look at where you've been, learn from it, and decide sort of who you are now and what you would like for your life moving forward. What would you like now? You're not the same person. And whatever it is that you would like, don't compromise. You don't have to compromise on what you're wanting. You can manifest anything you want. Because you can. They kept saying that, because you can. You can manifest anything because you can. You have the ability to do that. So as part of that, they're asking you to consider. Mother Earth is coming in to say, please consider Mother Earth. Consider doing something for our planet. Because you are so powerful right now. This is an interesting energy coming from Mother Earth. She's asking you to put some of your talents, abilities, passions, purpose towards helping our planet. She's asking you. So what's interesting about that, the energy of that feels really interesting, because typically we ask Spirit for assistance. She is coming in asking you for assistance. That's how powerful you are at this point, Aries. As you go through that, and as you are in meditation and looking at your life review, different things will be coming up, different things that you're wanting, and you may be working towards something. They're kind of showing me different levels like this. Like some Aries are, like, yep, I get that, yep, that's me, and I'm helping the planet. Others are at the other end of the scale, are going, okay, I don't even know what you're talking about. This clairvoyance, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what you're saying. You do have higher sensitivities. So they're really inviting you, again in this meditation, notice that he's smiling. He's smiling in meditation. And what he's saying is to imagine. All right, so imagine that you are clairvoyant. Like, now what? Now what would you like for your life? If you really accepted and understood that you can manifest anything that you're wanting, getting super clear about what you're wanting, getting super clear about what you're wanting. So when you go into meditation, imagine that if you, especially if you're not really quite believing this, imagine that you're clairvoyant. Pretend, pretend that you're clairvoyant, that you can ask something of spirit and you will get images and answers, just like that. Words, expressions, phrases, images in your mind's eye. It's a bit like a memory, when you have a memory about something, it sort of creates these images in your mind. That's what clairvoyance is like, only they're images that can be coming from spirit. You'll just get this image in your mind and it will answer your question, it will give you guidance, all kinds of wonderful things, and you have access to that now. Plus, given this one coming up right next to it, it's like all of your sensitivities have increased. Not just your clairvoyance, but also your sensitivities in terms of being an empath, being able to have an easier time of feeling what other people are feeling, those sorts of things. All kinds of sensitivities increasing. Clairaudience, clairsentience, your feeling sense, and your clairvoyance also. This is increasing. So when you go into meditation and you're meditating on what you would like for your life now, and you start taking actions towards that, they're inviting you to whatever might be going on in your life right now. They're inviting you to spend some time near water. Water is very cleansing, sort of purifying, washing away the past kind of thing. These are all coming up right around this life review. As you do this life review, consider spending some time near water to recharge your batteries, to recharge. So if in the past you've had some really tough experiences, let the water wash the toxicity away and at the same time regenerate you for what you would like to create next. Excuse me. They're also asking you to watch what you eat. What you eat makes a difference, and it makes a profound difference when your sensitivities have increased. What you eat has a huge impact on your body at this point in the ascension and in your life. They're also asking you to play some music, and now this is coming up too under the life review, and also he wants to come back to play some music. So one way to sort of, thinking about what you're wanting next in this life review, one way to do that is to go into meditation and imagine. He's got a big smile on his face. So this is about meditation in terms of imagining what you're wanting. Imagine what you're wanting. Notice, it's not so much meditation to clear and shield. It's not any of that. It's just very sort of forward movement and looking at the past as far as a life review, looking at the past, but it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot, other than this, other than just sort of wash it off. But that feels very, sort of quick. This feels much more profound. Like, what do you want? Because you can. They kept saying that. They're saying it again. Because you can. Life review. What are you wanting now? And they're inviting you to play some music. Music has a frequency to it. There's a vibration within music that affects us on a cellular level. So when you're holding an instrument and playing music, if you play an instrument, they're inviting you to play that instrument because the frequency of music is very high and it will be soothing and helpful for your sensitivities. It will also help you to sort of imagine what you're wanting in a really sort of a more profound way. When your frequency is higher, you have access to oh, they're talking so fast. You have a higher access. No, you have access to higher believing that it's possible. You know, they are saying anything's possible. You can, because you can. You know, create what you want because you can. Okay, well, that's great if they believe it. It's great if the people who love you believe it. But the key is that you believe it. So they're inviting you to play music with high frequency to get your cellular level at an even higher frequency, to understand that, yes, anything's possible and you can manifest it when your intentions are super clear. So higher frequency is really good for you. She's also wanting to come back to say, avoid harsh environments. Avoid environments that are, you know, where maybe there's lots of drama, where maybe there's lots of loud kind of noises, smells. You know, all of your senses are going to be increasing. So they're saying, you know, take care of yourself. Avoid any harsh environments and deliberately, you know, sort of raise your frequency. Now is the time to do it. Now's the time. They're saying January. Then, as you're imagining what you're wanting and you're not compromising, because you know that anything that you're wanting is possible, you don't have to go, okay, well, you know, yeah, sure, that'd be great, but that's never going to happen for me. That's what this card is about, is saying you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, because you can create whatever you're wanting. Imagine the most perfect, you know, beautiful, exactly what you're wanting. And as you're imagining it, Spirit is saying they're with you. Watch the signs. Watch out for signs that show you that you can. That show you not only that you can, but how to, kind of thing. How to create what you're wanting. So, okay, you decide what you want. Now the question is, okay, how am I going to do that? That's kind of Spirit's realm. It's like the why is up to you. The believing it's possible is up to you. The how is up to Spirit. So they're saying look for signs, because Spirit's going to be with you to co-create with you what your heart really wants. And then your final card. Miracles will be happening. And this is also coming up right next to miracles. So not only look for signs, but look for miracles. Miracles. When you do a life review, you get clear and accept your higher sensitivities and believe that you can manifest anything you're wanting. This is your first card. That's fundamental to your reading. You can manifest anything you want with clear intentions. So get your intentions clear. And don't compromise on what you're wanting. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. What are you wanting? So once you get clear on what you want, look for signs from Spirit. Say, show me. And then watch the miracles unfold as you take actions on the guidance that you get. Miracles will be happening. Yeah, they want to go this way because she's saying, watch for the signs. The miracles will be happening. You're just going to be able to create, Aries. You will. You will. And then see if you can direct some of this from Mother Earth. Is very graciously, so much grace, is asking you to please, if this is in line with your purpose, she's asking you to please help her. Help our planet. She's asking for you. I've never had this happen. I've never had this, never experienced this. This is powerful, Aries.